Welcome to video number 4. Now, in video number 3, we chatted about how to, what we need to actually get PHP started, like, getting started with PHP. Now, in this video, we're kind of going to chat about how to actually get IIS installed onto your computer. I got a bit pity on you guys because I thought I'm not going to cover IIS, but you know what? I'm going to cover IIS, how to install IIS to make sure that everyone is on the right track. The first thing that we want to make sure is, and that I showed you in the previous video, is that all your drivers are installed correctly onto your computer, because that can, just to avoid any extra trouble. The second thing is, please make sure that your Windows are legit copy of Windows 7 or Windows 8. Older Windows I do not recommend. I would probably recommend you to upgrade to Windows 8. I currently are using Windows 8, so if it looks a bit different when you're using Windows 7, I do apologize. Mostly though, it is the same. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to open up our run command. Now, to actually open up our run command, we actually are going to press Windows flag on your keyboard and R. Now, Windows flag and keyboard on your R is going to open up your run tab. Now, the other way to do it, if you can't do it that way, is open up your start menu and just type in run. On Windows 7, you can do the same in the search box and then just click on the run command and it will open up the run. What I want you to type in here is the following. We're going to go app wiz.cpl. What that is, it will open up your programs and features that you currently have installed on your computer. Now, yours would be, of course, different than mine. So yeah, the other way of also accessing this was a quick shortcut way. The other way to do it is to go ahead and open up your start menu if you've got Windows 8. If you've got Windows 7, you can do that as well and type in Control Panel. And when you have Control Panel open, you can click on Programs and Features and it will show you exactly the same. Now what we want to do is we want to click on the left hand side, Windows Features on or off, because we want to go and set certain features that we want to use that comes with Windows and kind of work with it. Now, like I said, I recommended you to use Hyper-V and install your own server. If you do not have knowledge of that, or it just sounds too much complicated, I will recommend doing this way. Now, this will show you all the relevant information, all the relevant content, or all the relevant programs installed currently on your computer. Now, what you want to activate is called Internet Information Services. Now, Internet Information Services is just a fancy word for IIS, or it's the actual word for the acronym IIS. Now, on mine, right here at the top, you can see that's right here, and you can actually expand the tree and you can click which ones you want to activate. Now, you can just click on this one and you can click OK. Now, once you have clicked OK, we'll actually search for the required files and it will start the installation. Now, if you're lucky, if you're lucky, 90% of the time, it will do it without asking you for the Windows CD. If you're still using Windows 7, it will probably do ask you for the Windows CD. And I would then recommend you to actually get your Windows CD out, pop it into your drive, and make sure that it's installing correctly. However, most of the cases, I haven't experienced, for asking me for the Windows CD. So, if you're lucky, or if you're unlucky, I will ask for a Windows CD. So what it's basically doing now is it is applying the changes and it's adapting the changes and so forth and so forth. So it's applying changes right now. So I'm just waiting for it to apply the actual change. And well, this normally takes a while. It takes a couple of minutes because it's a lot of stuff that needs to be activated. And I'm just gonna see if I can cancel mine because I don't need IIS installed onto my computer at all because I'm using a separate server for that. And once again, guys, definitely recommend you to use a separate server for your development. So mine is still applying changes, and this normally takes a while. Whilst we wait for our changes to be applied, we can chat more about PHP and kind of, make sure we do actually understand the installation bit about PHP. Now, The installation bit is not just double clicking and oh, there you go, PHP has been installed. It's quite a rigorous process if you do not have XAMPP or IIS. If you wanted to install the Apache server yourself, which we're just going to avoid that. I'm going to show you the right way, number one, and number two, I'm going to show you the correct way and the easy way of doing it. So, like I said, the IIS normally takes a while to to apply the changes. So I'm going to open up my server. I'm just going to chat about my server for a bit. Now, this is a custom-made server, and basically what I've done, I'm just chatting about this, and if you're going to use IIS on your desktop, you're basically just going to use like this, like I'm showing you right now. Now, this is an example or preview of IIS on your, just an example. Now, you can see I've got Windows Server 2012 installed. Now, when you have Windows 2000 installed, a fresh copy of it, there's a couple of things that you need to set up. If you want the Windows Server to actually show externally to your clients, for instance, there's a couple of things that you need to set there as well. Unfortunately, we won't cover that in the syllabus. I will just cover the basics as to setting up your IIS. So the first thing that you want to do is you'll get this little icon right here on your server, and that's the thing though, is if you don't get it on your server, which I doubt you will not, you also need to do the same which we are doing right now with our Windows 8 and activating IIS. So in your Windows server, it will be exactly the same. You'll open up your start menu, you would go to control panel, and once you are in control panel, you'll go to programs and features, and we'll go on the left, turning features on and off, and exactly the same that we did on Windows 8. So I'm just going to click on that. And once I've clicked on it, waiting for it to respond, I'm just going to minimize this, and I'm just going to, we can see that we have Windows has completed it. So I'm just going to close it down, and I think it's going to ask me to restart. I honestly hope it's not going to do that. Okay, so the thing about the server is you've got what they call a server manager, and if you click on Windows features on and off, it's going to open up your server manager. Now, server manager kind of this is a total different ball game, and if you understand your server manager, definitely just skip this part. What we want to do though in the service manager is we can go to IIS right at the bottom, and you can actually go ahead and manage that, and you can actually go ahead and install it. If you don't see it on the left hand side, you can go to your dashboard, and then you can go to add other services to manage, or add roles and features. So if you want to click on add roles and features, it takes you through a wizard explaining to exactly how to add your IIS. But by default, your IIS should be activated. Just going to close everything down. I'm just going to minimize my server. I'm going to open up my control panel, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to deactivate IIS. Just want to show you that as well in the future if you want to deactivate IIS. So I'm just going to open up this bit. And when this is opened up, oh, this is this is the wrong one. It's going to go to control panel and program and features, and we're just basically going to do the exact same thing. And we are just going to deactivate IIS right there. So just deactivate it, and we're just going to click OK. And it's going to do the apply changes effect again. It normally takes a while. So mine is deactivated right now. And oh, it's asking me to restart. I can unfortunately not restart because this is a supercomputer that's got multiple stuff running, including my own server. So in the next video, we're going to start off by, I'm going to explain to you what is IIS, and I'm going to explain to you to actually get your first environment set it up so that it runs correctly. And because we need an environment for PHP to work, and I'm also going to show you what web platform installer is and how you can use it.